Well, hello again. I say again because I know for many of you it is again, because you're with me quite regularly, week by week. And it's such a joy to know that and such an encouragement. May the Lord bless these sessions to you, particularly while this wretched lockdown business is biting. We're all so thoroughly fed up with it. We can't wait to get back together again. And so I'm glad to be able to encourage you with these short talks. And we're with Paul and Luke in the little city of Philippi. It was a Greek city, and Paul and his companions had gone there by direct command of the Lord, who had sent a vision to Paul, a man from Macedonia, saying, "Please come over to Macedonia and help us." So they did. And as they began their ministry in Philippi, they encountered some fascinating characters. The first was this businesswoman, a Jewish businesswoman called Lydia. She and her whole household became Christians. What a start. But then Luke tells us, once when we were going to the place of prayer down by the riverside, we were met by a slave girl who had a spirit by which she predicted the future, and she earned a fortune for her owners by telling people's fortunes, telling them what was going to happen. Because it was all demonic, she was possessed of a spirit. And we know that because after a little while, she started following Paul and his companions, shouting out, "These are servants of the Most High God who are telling you the way to be saved." Well, she was right. But after a few days, Paul became extremely concerned because she was doing this day after day, following them and shouting after them, "These men are servants of the Most High God who are telling you the way to be saved." But there was something about it that troubled the Apostle Paul. And after 3 or 4 days, he was so disturbed, he turned on this girl and he spoke to an evil spirit that was controlling her. And he commanded the spirit to come out in the name of Jesus. And Luke tells us at that very moment, the spirit left her. Now you see what an extraordinary thing that is. Paul wasn't aware that there was an evil spirit in this poor girl until after some time had passed. And that should be a real lesson for all of us. The discernment of spirits is one of the most essential things we can have as disciples of Jesus. We need to know what we're dealing with. And once we know, we can then respond to it. But it can be difficult. Having to address an evil spirit in a person can be taken by that person to be a most terrible, terrible attack, which of course is not meant to be at all. Paul wasn't speaking to the girl, he was speaking to the demon. We need to learn discernment, but we also need to use it. And that can sometimes be a costly business. But this is part of the adventure of being a disciple of Jesus. Well, the Lord bless you. Thanks for listening to me, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time.